Mic check, mic check. Keep checking. Trying to determine which channel this mic is in for sure. Okay, cool. Test.
Good morning. Welcome to this Unitarian Universalist Church. This includes our congregations in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, as well as our folks online. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are today, and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. To all who are here this morning, welcome home. Today, we are honoring the spirit of the winter holidays and gathering together for food and fellowship with one another in a tradition called Dinner Church by its creators. We will light our chalice together, sing our opening hymn, and then greet one another as you fill your plates. Once you return to your seat, please hold off on starting your meal until everyone is served. We are doing mindfulness practice during this meal. So, just as a reminder, we'll be doing the chalice, hymn, greeting and food, and then pause. All right? Let us give thanks for the food that we share. Let us give thanks for people who care. Food fills the body, and love makes us whole. Let us give thanks deep down in our soul.
opening hymn, can you hear me? Yes, okay. Our opening hymn is 389 in the hardcover hymnal, and it's designed to sing as a round, like row, row, row your boat. So, we're going to sing it through once to learn it in case you don't know it, and then Sherry will get up, and I'm going to lead this half of the room, where part one, and Sherry will lead that part of the room as part two, and we're going to all sing it together through 3 more times. Okay, so follow me as you are able. I invite you to stand. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. You're beautiful.
Please greet one another and gather a plate of food. For folks online, we encourage you to grab something to eat if you have not already done so, and we will enjoy music by Miss Sherry.
Huh? she can do something like dum-pa-dum.
Yeah. Thank you. Everyone, if I could just have your attention. If you have your plates, please head to the table. We will let the last few people grab some plates and then we'll get started, okay? Thank you. An announcement? Thank you.
I would like to make an announcement during at the end during announcements
Yeah.
about the solar panels.
Okay,
They're all up and
perfect.
operational.
Let me see, because I have,
Phil, do you have other people that's coming?
no, not
Say
yet.
Phil would like to make
Okay, so after I say, don't lift the chairs, blah, 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 like we're right there. After that, I'll
a.
announce
Say
you.
we have another announcement. Phil would like to make.
Got it.
Thank you.
If I could have your attention, everyone. Can you hear me? All right, perfect. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of start the process for our meditation, just respectful of everyone's time. It's already 10:30. And so I will go ahead, and if you're already in line for food, please stay in line for food by all means. But I just want to give instructions for the meditation we'll be doing today because it's going to be a little different. It's a mindfulness practice. So the first few bites of food are going to serve as our meditation, and we, of course, will guide you through it, which is what I'll do here. We will then eat in silence for 2 minutes. So I invite you, if you've already gathered food, please have a seat. And if you have not gathered your foods yet, please, by all means, gather your food. And in about 3 minutes, we'll go ahead and start that meditation, okay? Thank you. right, everyone, if I could have your attention, we'll go ahead and start that meditation. Thank you. So as you're seated, if you will, take a breath in slowly, filling your lungs. And let's let it out on a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel your body relax. Go ahead and gather some food up for your first bite. And as you bite into that first bite or take your first sip of this wonderful food, let's focus on it. Use all of your senses to take it in. Notice the colors, the shapes, the smells, the sounds, the temperature, and finally, how it tastes. Enjoy this one bite or sip as long as possible. And while you're enjoying the bite or sip, we want to cultivate gratitude for the many people who made it possible for this to get to your table and nourish you. Both members of the congregation, perhaps farm workers that picked the produce, the person in the store who checked you out or helped you find what aisle cinnamon rolls and muffins were on. Gratitude as well for the nature that brought you the food as you enjoy the fruits, the juices, the ham, the meatballs. Notice all of the ways that you pass that nourishment on through love and generosity in the great flow of life. Let this cycle of nourishment bless you as you are. We'll continue to practice the silence for the next 2 minutes, and then Miss Elizabeth will come up and give us a wonderful reading.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Annie. And Annie had so many questions. Curiosity was her greatest feature. She would look at the floor and say, well, who made that? And who put that design in it? And she'd look at somebody's pretty outfit that looked like a peacock and say, oh, did you know a peacock? And they gave you that shirt? And her parents, as you can imagine, got a little tired of all the questions. So she started asking her friends, and she had 3 really important questions, almost as important as the peacock shirt. And these were her questions. When is the best time to do things? Well, one of her friends said, well, it's yesterday because then you can remember it. And another friend said, yesterday? No, it's tomorrow because then you can plan. And she thought, I don't think either one of those is right. And her second question was, who is the most important? Well, her friend who said yesterday said clearly, it's me. And the other friend said, no, it's me. And she thought, I don't think my friends are very helpful. But her third question was, what's the best thing to do? And after talking to her friends and her parents saying, go find someone else to ask, she remembered an old woman that lived in a cottage at the end of their street. And this old woman had a magical yard. It wasn't grass, it was flowers. And somehow this woman had managed to figure out which flowers bloomed in every season, although winter was a little sad. So Annie went and knocked on the door, and the woman opened the door, and you know, amazingly, she looked a lot like our friend Jean Weaver. Well, of course, Jean invited Annie in for a cup of tea and said, tell me what is on your heart. And Annie said, I have these 3 questions. When is the best time to do things? Who's the most important? And what's the best thing to do? Well, Jean was having some trouble making the tea, and Annie said, oh, I'll make it. I'll make the tea. And how about we have biscuits, and I'll make those too. And as they were in the kitchen visiting, they heard a cry outside. And they went out, and there was a mama kitten scratching at the door with a kitten in her mouth, a mama cat with a kitten in her mouth. And Annie said, oh my goodness, Miss Jean, we have to let her in. Well, they let her in, and she got into the closet and scooped up a blanket and made a nice bed for her baby kitten. And then she scratched to go back outside. Well, they let her out, and she came in with another kitten, and another kitten, and another kitten. But then the mama looked so worried, and Annie thought, I bet there's another kitten she can't find. So Annie went out and looked among the back garden, and she found the little runt of the litter, a little black kitten. And she brought it in, and the mama meowed and meowed and meowed and meowed and said thank you and thank you and thank you. And then Annie said, oh, Miss Jean, can you please answer my questions? And Miss Jean said, you have the answers, Annie. She said, I do? Well, what are they? And Miss Jean said, when is the best time to do things? Now. Just like when you came here to see me. Now was the best time, and it was the best time to help me with the tea and the biscuits. And who's the most important one? The one right next to you. Always the one right next to you, your neighbor. And what's the best thing to do? Well, it's always to help someone else. And you, sweet Annie, you did that. So you've always had the answers to your questions. But keep asking, because there are many more. And guess what? Annie and Jean lived how? How? Thank you. The end.
Great job, Miss Elizabeth. Thank you once again for reading that for us, or doing such a wonderful job telling that story for us. Now we'll enter into a time of discussion with one another. So as we're gathered around the communal table, your questions are in the order of service. Please ensure everyone gets a chance to speak and listen deeply to one another. If you need accommodations like a quieter space or to move around, please take the time to do so and to break off into groups no larger than 4. Folks online, please share in the chat. We will return to finish the service at around 11 o'clock, so 15 minutes from now. We invite you to start with the questions here. Oh, upstairs. Where's upstairs? What do you hope for in a community? What communities have made you feel welcome from the start? What did they do to make that happen? When did your community show up for you in an unexpected way? And lastly, what kind of community do you hope we here at UU are becoming?
Hello. If I could pull us back together for just a moment. Hello. I'm sorry to interrupt your discussions. I know they're very productive. I was just speaking with our worship leader, and we agreed that even though it's not in the order of service, we should take up an offering because we don't want to leave out our share of the plate partner for a single Sunday. And it is in your order of service on the sort of the inner fold, but I want to tell you about it. It's called Community on the Rise. It is dedicated to empowering people experiencing homelessness. And it's been warm for a few days, folks, but tomorrow it's going to get cold. And there are going to be people out on the streets here in our area who are not going to have a warm place to shelter. The focus of this organization is to break barriers to housing, education, healing, and employment by providing free, safe housing, meaningful employment, trauma-informed healing, and recovering identity documents so people can restore their lives. So when we take up an offering here, we divide the cash and any checks that are not otherwise designated in half, and half will go to our Share the Plate partner. And since we did not plan for this, my suggestion is if you would just put your offering in the center of your table, we'll make it part of our meal. So just put it in the center of your table. The ushers will take the money up later. If you wish to pay your pledge, please be sure you mark that on your check. We also can receive Venmo and Zelle and PayPal, which I think is all in here as well. Thank you so much.
If I could just have your attention. I really appreciate all of you for sharing this meal today. We are so grateful to everyone for their presence here today. And we hope that your conversations were fruitful and that your bellies have been nourished. In respecting the time for everyone, I will go ahead and do the next portion. Miss Elizabeth and I might have come to your table and asked you to give us one word that you would use to describe what this time has meant together as you share a meal and fellowship. And so we've got some wonderful things here. Miss Violet over there said community. Mr. Ken shared that it was very uplifting. Miss Laura shared that it felt very friendly. Miss Tracy also said that it felt like a community. Miss Evelyn said it was fun. And Miss Selena said peaceful. And from Miss Elizabeth's journey to each of the tables, she was able to get words such as recognition, support, acceptance, loving kindness, and peace. And I did also ask the gentleman handling the sound, as he observed all of you from a bird's eye view, what word he felt. And he said energetic in a good way. And I felt that too. So I really appreciate everyone. You are more than welcome to finish your meal, finish your conversations, but we'll go ahead and kind of close things off with a closing hymn. And so I will invite Miss Ruth to come up and lead us on that hymn. We're going to shorten it just a smidge.
All right, so if you can get your coffee cups off your hymnals and pull them out and turn to 131. We'll sing verses 1 and 2 of Love Will Guide Us. As you are able, I invite you to stand. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Oh, will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love.
Thank you, Miss Ruth. And thank you to all of you. It sounded really beautiful over there. I don't know if it was just the way of the echo or just that everybody feels so content, but you guys did a wonderful job. I hope that you have all enjoyed today's gathering. I do want to give a special thank to the ushers who set everything up, to Miss Sherry for providing us such wonderful music, for the coffee team, and of course for our sound technicians for making sure that we could all be heard up here. So thank you to everyone who made this day as wonderful as it feels. Thank you. I'll go over briefly the announcements. I know that you all have an order of service. If not, there's some more up there with the ushers, but we do have circle mixers coming up. The information and details are in the order of service, so I don't feel the need to share all of them, but essentially you'll have 4 meals with up to 7 other people. It's going to be a fabulous time. I've signed up with my husband. I want to get to know more of you. I hope you all want to get to know us too. So please use the information in the order of service to sign up. And then next week, we have a special guest, Dr. Xavier. He will be speaking to us about his new book on consciousness and its role in spirituality. And he's also going to be signing his books after the service. So I invite all of you to come. And if you're a new member or just want to get to know our new members, we're going to have a meal at the church hosted by Reverend Julie on January the 9th. And we ask any veteran church members to bring a dish to share for the new members. And again, the details are in the service. I believe it's at 6 p.m. I'm super excited about the fire communion coming up on January 11th, so I look forward to seeing everyone. And please fill out your connection card. They are read weekly. Please check any interest you may have, and the staff will make sure to attend to those interests and checked off if you need a name tag or anything like that. So please return it to the ushers at the end of service. I'm very grateful for everyone who helped us set up, for everyone who contributed food. It was wonderful. I didn't get to try everything, but I'm going to try to go back around at the end. I hope you will too. But please, everyone, if you can, just stay to help clean up. We could all get it done really quickly, just reset our sanctuary back. If you are going to be moving the chairs, please do not drag them, lift them, and that way we won't scratch up these beautiful floors. And then we have one special announcement from Phil. There you are.
This was a great service. We have something to celebrate too. Because we have completed putting 98 solar panels on the roof, having them connected. They're all connected. So the only thing that they're all functioning now, operating into the batteries. The only thing that needs to be done is to connect them to Alabama Power, and they'll come up. But we can now put in our application for our tax rebate, and which is a wonderful thing. And we should celebrate that and be very happy with all the things that happened in 2025. This is a great, wonderful, positive thing that we together as a community have put our money where our mouths are and made this happen. We walk the walk. So I hope everyone is proud of this. Thank you.
It's good. It works better up here. It's sliding. Let's see. That better? Okay, thank you, Miss Sherry. All right, so in honor of the legacy of our ancestors, let us remember we will carry the flame forward as we extinguish the chalice with these closing words. The worship of the gathered community has now ended. Go in peace, go in joy, go in love. Share in the ongoing worship of the community in dispersion. Carry with you what is precious to us all. Reverence for all life, beauty that displays itself in love and deep, abiding peace.